Okay, now moving on to the next one, that is the antimicrotubular agents. Okay, the antimicrotubular or antimicrotubule agents. Antimicrotubule. So there is a quick easy way to learn that where are these drugs acting. So from this M we can understand that they are targeting the M phase. They are targeting the M phase of the drug, right? The M phase is the mitotic phase where the cell was undergoing division and ultimately forming daughter cells by the process of prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, right? So the last category, anti-microtubule agents, they are checking the cell for mitosis. Even if G1 S phase and G2 phase have been completed, they are not allowing the cell to multiply and form daughter cells. So how are they acting? Right. So anti-microtubule drugs are either. So the antimicrotubule agents are two examples are here. One are vinca alkaloids, and the other one is taxanes. Okay, so both they work on the M phase only. So both of them are targeting the M phase of the cell cycle, but at different points, because we all know that M phase or the mitotic phase is not a single step process. We do have prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase we discussed in the previous lecture. So vinca alkaloids, they are targeting the microtubule formation. So microtubule formation was basically dominant in the metaphase, right? So they are targeting the metaphase and they are inhibiting the formation of the microtubules. So if you remember, this was the diagram, these were the centrosome, and the microtubule formation will not happen, then the chromosomes will not get attached to it, and in the later stages the microtubules were shrinking and the chromosomes were pulled apart, right? So if the microtubule formation will not happen, then this process will not happen, then the cell division will not proceed. So the vinca alkaloids, they are inhibiting the microtubule formation and arresting the cell at the stage of metaphase, right? So they are arresting the cell at metaphase stage, whereas the taxanes, they on the contrary, they over stabilize. So they are stabilizing the microtubules. So they are stabilizing the microtubules. So the stability is enhanced, and something which later has to shrink if it permanently becomes stabilized. If the microtubules are stabilized, then the cell is arrested at the telophase. It cannot now form two different cells and cannot form daughter cells. It cannot form daughter cells now. So if the daughter cells are not formed, then obviously the cell cycle is inhibited. Then the cell cycle is halted or arrested at some stages. So vinca alkaloids and taxanes, some or the other manner, either by inhibition of microtubules or over stabilizing the microtubules, they are arresting the cell at different stages, metaphase or telophase, and this causes apoptosis or cell death. This is killing the cell. This is how they are taking care of the tumor cells and controlling the cancer spread. Now moving on to the last one, that is anti-tumor antibiotics. I'll clear this off because we only require that section, and also help me to explain the diagram. Okay, let's come down to the last one, that is anti-metabolites. So anti-metabolites, by the name you are hearing the term metabolite. So these type of drugs, what they are doing is they are targeting or inhibiting the formation of the metabolites which are required for the formation of the leading and the lagging strands. And when leading and lagging strands are formed, a replica of DNA is forming. That DNA replication is possible. Now DNA can multiply, and finally when the nuclear material replicates, it enters the mitotic phases and the cell form two copies. So they are basically inhibiting the formation of nucleotides, right? And what are the nucleotides? Purines and pyrimidines. So they are targeting or inhibiting the formation of purines and pyrimidines. How? And if they are targeting the formation of purines and pyrimidine, they are targeting or intercalating, or they are disrupting the DNA RNA metabolism. Can I broadly say? Okay, so in these drugs, like 5-fluorouracil or thymidylate synthase inhibitors, these are targeting the formation of thymidylate synthase. So this conversion will not happen. Thymine inhibition, thymine formation will not be there, and ultimately DNA formation will not happen, right? So DNA replication will not be there. How is this formation of thymine? When this formation of thymine stopped, or any other purines, there are purine inhibitors also. Purine inhibitors are like 6-mercaptopurine, 6-mercaptopurine, 6-thioguanine. These drugs are inhibiting the formation of specifically purines. 5-fluorouracil and thymidylate synthase inhibitors are specifically targeting the inhibition of formation of thymine. So these purines and other pyrimidine inhibitors are also there. So these free purines and pyrimidines, how is this affecting the process? I'll tell you how. So these purines, these thymine, if they are not formed, let's come down to here. If they are not formed, then these purines, pyrimidines which were present freely here, and when the DNA polymerase was running on this strand, then these were coming and attaching at, thus forming the lagging strand. So if the purine and pyrimidine formation is stopped, so these will not be formed, and when these will not be formed, the leading strand will not be formed, right? And if this strand is not formed, then DNA replication is cancelled. The DNA replication process is not happening. Then the DNA process will stop. No availability of purine, no availability of pyrimidine, because these processes were halted by. So these classification of drugs are basically stopping the formation of pyrimidine and purine. So that is all from my side. We have discussed about different classification. If you want me to have a separate video on alkylating agents, anti-metabolites, anti-tumor antibiotics, or anti-microtubule drugs, then do drop the comment in the topics in the comment section. I will take up the side effects, the mechanism of action in a detailed manner for all of these drugs, right? And do follow us on all social media platforms. We are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And this was the most requested topic, so I have taken up 2 videos now. If you want a series of this topic, we can surely add more lectures to this one. And do subscribe to our channel, which is very important. Otherwise, you'll miss an update whenever I upload any topic from your field. We'll be sharing topics from anatomy, physiology, pathophysiology, pharmacology, and anything related to medicine, right? So thank you. This is Dr. Nikita signing off from Learn Medicine by Dr. Nikita. Thank you.